Yeah, that's the thing. we're so genetically built into just talking to mics even when we're not recording.
Exactly.
So you just sit down, you grab the mic, you're like, "Hey, how's everyone doing?" It's just me in the apartment.
Yeah, this is how I hold my phone upside down when I'm on work calls. I just hold it like this just to have something like this.
Do you plug a microphone into your phone and you talk like, "Hey, how you doing?"
I have like a wire. And I have a corded phone in my apartment.
Yeah.
Just so I can get the feel of the mic.
How you been? Long time no see.
Dude, it's been far. When did I see you or speak to you on the phone? When did we see each other last?
When did we? Tom's birthday? Maybe.
Yes, that was it.
That's probably.
I was gonna say it wasn't before COVID.
No.
I saw you a couple, maybe once or twice.
And we worked a year and a half, 2 years together during and post COVID, and we still didn't see each other.
I know. A lot of people died in between the times we saw each other.
I know, but boy, did we get good deals on apartments.
Yeah.
So worth it.
Trade-off. I mean, because I don't want to be, insensitive about it, but we're the ones still alive. So I think it's fair for us to take advantage of such a situation.
It would be a shame if we didn't take advantage of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
If we didn't advance ourselves.
I'm not going to sit around and mope for all those, being down in the dumps about it when there's good apartments getting snatched off the market.
Right. Especially, now.
I'm not going to be thrilled. I wasn't thrilled about the apartment hunt. I wasn't going to act thrilled about it, given everything else that was going on.
Right.
With the deaths and whatnot. But, it was exciting.
I'll be honest. Rents were so low, I thought about doing 2 apartments.
Just get so cocky with it.
This is actually my fall apartment, Tommy. I did summer in the Upper East Side.
I summer in Battery Park. I winter in Soho.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. But we I don't know what else to do, man. Yeah, so I was just saying now I'm in Greenwich Village. As you know, I fall in Greenwich Village.
Of course. Well, you were just living in Flatiron. You like douchey neighborhood. You're a douchey neighborhood kid.
Well, if you ask anyone in the comedy scene, we're douchebags.
Yeah, people hate us, and that's why I have this podcast, and you release your own special on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Our group text name is still beer pong and smoke shows.
Yeah, and it's really just you throw content in there.
Yeah.
Tom likes it, and then I make a snarky comment.
And mine's like once every 5 months. It's not going as much as it used to be.
No.
Maybe it's because now Choi wasn't in there for a while.
Choi's in there. He wanted to be in there. He adds nothing.
No, but also he took away the whole straight white aspect of it.
Which is
maybe that's why it's kind of like, oh, we got an Asian guy in there now.
And let's be honest, that's why we made it.
We
right?
can't be racist anymore.
We needed a safe space for straight white comedy.
Yeah, but he's such a nice guy. We had to let him in. And then all the content stopped.
Yeah, it stopped real quick.
When another race came in, he was like, I thought you guys said this thing had a lot of good content. It's like, no, we were kidding.
I thought you guys were talking about all your hanging out after mics and stuff. We were like, no, we don't. We don't even talk to each other really.
Asian stuff.
Yeah. And this is before Stop Asian Hate. We were way before that.
Yeah, because we are progressive.
Right. We're ahead of the curve.
Yeah. Progressive racists.
Right. I say progressive racists.
But yeah, man. I'm in Greenwich Village. It's pretty chaotic there right now.
Whole scene's bumping.
I love the energy in that location because I'm a big city biker. Big walker.
Really?
Big walker, big city biker. I go subway if I go to a different, farther, but I walked here. Big
you
walker.
Walked here.
Big walker.
I'm a gigantic walker.
Oh, especially going down the West Side Highway. Lovely.
How many steps you do in a day, let me ask you?
I don't know. I don't check, but I have checked before when on some days where I'm like, oh, I did a lot of steps that day. Maybe 18, 20,000 on a really high
You're
day.
Doing 18, 20,000
on a high day.
Steps?
A high day.
You're a marathon runner, essentially.
I know. The running is just fast walking. So
I can't argue with that.
But I'm a big walker, big city biker. And the good thing about my location is I can walk and city bike everywhere in 5-10 minutes. From Greenwich Village. Very great location. Unless I'm going Upper East, Upper West. Then I take a subway. Obviously, never take a cab or an Uber anywhere unless
it's despicable.
I'm with people in a pregame going out or something.
Okay.
That's the only time you take an Uber or a cab.
I'll be honest. I did my first city bike this weekend.
First one ever?
First one ever. I don't trust people, Tommy.
That's fair. Now, was it regular or electric?
I'm glad you brought this up. This is a fantastic point. Regular.
Okay, that's a good starter city bike.
Thank you.
Starter. But I think once you get the training wheels off, you'll be able to work your way up. And no, but honestly, I've said this before. One of my favorite things to do is throw in the headphones. That's another vet move. I don't know if you're ready for that yet.
No.
But I only do this. I don't do this going through traffic a lot. But sometimes if I'm like, I don't know, I'm Upper West Side, or sometimes I'll just go for fun. I'll go on an electric city bike, throw my headphones in up and down the West Side Highway. Magical.
Are you making call? I love a guy that makes calls on city bikes. Have you seen this guy?
I've seen him. I haven't been him.
You haven't been him?
No.
Love AirPods in on the city bike. You're like, hey, Tommy, my guy, how's the deal looking?
Yeah, like a businessman. Yeah.
He's a young millennial businessman. He's shorting Dogecoin.
Yeah.
And I love it.
I'm a walker talker. Like while walking, I feel like the wind would be a factor.
Wind's a gigantic factor. And
Right.
But here's the thing about the young millennial on the bike. They don't care. They're conducting business.
You're right.
You have to listen to them through the wind.
Because they want us. They're busy.
Yeah, it's more about the illusion of being busy than actual business getting done.
Sometimes I will just sit in my apartment and hold a fan up against my phone. Just to create the illusion I'm on an electric city bike.
That I'm getting into a helicopter.
Exactly.
You're like, I can't hear you over the copter blades. What's going on?
That's so good. And it's one of those like mini water, like the squirt ones that like squirt water that you get at like Water Country.
Yes. And I like how you were saying before, like, yeah, my team hasn't been profitable. They're like, Tommy, we're not making any money. You're like, I can't hear you over the blades.
It's like, no, we're at your company. We know there's no blades.
Tommy, I'm your boss. I know how much you need. I know your productivity.
That's good. Yeah, I like to simulate helicopters often. But yeah, city bike's great. Big fan. Easy way to get around. It's like a radius thing. Like I walk certain distances, a little farther city bike, a little farther subway.
Are you
nice.
what first? Not first. I don't know why I said first. The guys on like it's like a motorized unicycle.
I've seen those.
What's going on with those people? Who are they? What's that community?
Are they? I feel like they.
Is that
Are they just like-
steampunk?
Are they like wealthy or legit from the future? I've never talked to one.
Right. And you don't sometimes you go into like an office and you see people with their bikes and their helmets. You never see one
No.
with the unicycle.
That's such a good point.
Where are they coming from?
I've also never seen one in a store,
you
online.
never see one in
No targeted ads.
Who are they selling to?
Such a good point. I'm not even ready for this. I don't even have a funny response for this. I don't even know what to say about these.
One thing I have noticed.
So also, like, what do you like a bike? You're pedaling, and what's happening on there to make it go? Is there are they like pushing their foot down a little? Do you know what I'm asking?
I know exactly what you're
Because
asking.
I feel like they're just floating around without doing anything.
I think it's, and I'm not a physicist by any means, but it's whatever Superman's doing is what they're doing.
Right.
Because Superman just goes like,
Yeah.
you know?
So they just I think they just do like a little lean.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
and then like to slow down, they go, but I've
don't
never
know.
seen them slow down either.
That's a great question. I have no idea what those are. I
Call
feel
us
like those
in.
people must be dangerous, though.
They gotta be dangerous.
They're not your normal walkers or bikers
No.
or rollerbladers, even.
I
I feel like you can't even store that thing easily. It's just like I feel like it's kind of a dickhead move.
it's just unnecessary. There's so many other modes of wheeled transportation. Why that one?
I have so many. Yeah, I don't know.
Or you know what's even dumber? A motorized longboard. You see those people?
Yeah.
What?
Also dumb. You know, have you ever seen the guys who like there's electric city bikes and there's the delivery guys who have like the high octane electric bikes? Have you ever
Yes,
seen those guys?
and they have
go like
oven mitts on their handlebars.
They do like 80 miles per hour. Yes, and or like plastic bags.
Yes.
In the winter, they go like 70 miles per hour.
Yeah, no helmet.
No.
No, well, I'll tell you one thing. They're making those deliveries on time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wow, I forgot about those one wheels. I don't know. We'll get to the bottom of it. I'm gonna Google that right when I leave.
And they're usually, and I'm generalizing, Asians with long hair.
Right.
I don't know what the correlation is,
Right.
but call us in if you figured it out.
Yeah. I was gonna say I wonder why you thought that, but we already established I don't like Asians.
Well, yes. I'm glad you say you don't like them.
Yeah.
Let me ask
No,
you
I'm
a
kidding.
question
Big
on
fan of
this.
Asians. Just kidding.
Yeah, right, Jason. We love you.
We're in a group chat with one.
Yep, that's right. I'm in a yearbook with many.
Oh,
It's
I'm trying to do Tuesdays with Stories thing, but I'm like, I don't know if we could pull it off.
No, yeah. They had to do that for like 10 years for
Yeah,
people to be like,
exactly.
oh, wait, they're not racist.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So just ignore everything we said about.
Let me ask you your opinion on this. You've played and gone to sporting events for most of your life. I went to the Giants game last night. There was a woman, very pregnant woman, at the game.
I don't think
Is
that's
that garbage?
Yeah, I think that's not. That's
That
a
is
no-go.
trash, right?
There's just a lot of bodies, a lot of contact, and people. Like you could be walking through the crowd on the way to the bathroom, and just get smoked.
Smoked.
A lot of people.
A ball comes into the
Again,
stands.
though, I don't know. I've never been pregnant, so I don't know the
know.
rules. I'm hoping to soon.
Well, you know, with gender is a spectrum, Tommy.
Right. Yeah, that's. I've never seen that before. I wouldn't recommend it though. Again, not a doctor.
Yeah, I just saw it and I was like, this is.
Especially very.
They were very nice seats too. $500 a pop. Don't like to brag. Got them for free. I didn't buy them,
Nice.
but I was like, I know you paid a lot for this, but this is still trash.
Now, how pregnant was she? Like, should she have had to pay for 2 tickets?
Yeah, the kid was coming out anytime soon.
Right.
If you lit a
There should
fire
be
under her, I think it would smoke it out.
There should be a limit. Like, if you're over like 8 months pregnant, you gotta buy 2 tickets. It's like an HOV lane situation. Like, or I guess the question then turns to like, if you're pregnant, do you get to go in the HOV lane? At how many months do you get to go in the HOV lane?
Right, what is a life? You know,
Yes.
that's really what the Supreme Court should be answering.
That's why everyone's up in arms. It's the HOV lane. It's not.
Do you think
It's not
anyone?
that they care about when life begins. They want that access.
Do you think anyone's had a late-term abortion just to take the HOV lane?
That's what I'm saying. Or no, I was thinking of the other way around. Okay, so it's if you're one person, you get to use the HOV lane.
Like, what is a person?
No,
If-
I thought it was if you're multiple people, you get to take the HOV lane.
yes.
Yes. Okay. So
Okay, first let's start with the laws of the HOV lane.
so if you
who
had an abortion,
qualifies?
you wouldn't be able to take the HOV lane.
Well, Tommy, it comes down to what is a person.
Yes.
You know, or if you drive an electric car, you're also allowed in the HOV lane. Kind of a
Yeah,
separate.
gotcha.
And now we're just taking HOV law.
Gotcha.
So it really comes down to once sperm fertilizes an egg, are you allowed to be in the HOV lane?
Right.
And that I don't know.
And I think this is just a microcosm of the larger issue where I don't want to take a stance. We've already said enough controversial stuff on here. But I think a good idea might be to maybe you just keep getting pregnant, getting late-term abortions, but never have a baby, because then you get the best of both worlds. You don't have the responsibility of a child, and you're permanent HOV lane. Just keep a seed in the oven at all times. And you get to take the HOV lane forever, if they believe that that's when life starts.
I think you're preaching some sort of like surrogate as a service situation where you're
SaaS. A new SaaS product.
this is a new SaaS product.
SaaS product,
We're not
yeah.
talking software, folks. We're talking surrogate as a
Surrogate as a
service,
service,
where
yeah.
you can, yes, I will have your baby if I'm allowed to be in the HOV
Yes.
lane at all times.
Yes.
That should be on your license. You're like,
That's-
I'm a surrogate,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, you're fine.
That sounds like that could be like a good.
And it's is that fuel efficient? If the same person is getting pregnant over and over, well, now we're kind of just this is like breeding, like dog breeding.
What's the word?
But
for
dogs
it?
can't drive,
No,
to
they
my
can't.
knowledge.
I don't think that's being talked about enough.
A lot of people aren't talking about dogs cannot drive.
A lot of people think they can, which is the sad part.
So many dogs have died.
Because people just let them drive.
Well, they don't talk about this. There's actually Air Bud Formula One.
Is there actually?
Yeah, but well, they filmed it. Died during production. Crashed right into the wall, and they were like, "Wait, dogs can't drive."
Oh my god.
He was great at hockey, great at basketball, great at baseball. Couldn't drive.
What a great set of movies. Like imagine. And I know, like, imagine that pitch is kind of hack, but imagine the pitch for that movie. Like, how many people had to sign on for that?
I don't think what's also talked about with Air Bud is dogs are colorblind. How do you know who's on your team?
That's a great point.
Smell?
They're good at smell, right? Or are they good at taste? No, their mouths are clean. That's what it is.
Their mouths are cleaner than ours. Bad taste.
By the way, they're not, right? Their mouths aren't cleaner than ours, right?
I mean, I'm not a dentist.
I've never seen a dog brush its teeth in my life.
No.
Right? And we do.
Here's the thing.
Think
no
it's
thumbs.
that simple. No, that they can't drive. They can't brush their teeth. Just list off all
Dogs are so fucking stupid.
They're idiots. They can't talk.
Have you tried to talk to a dog? When's the last time you tried to sit down with a dog and have a
Talking
conversation?
to a wall.
Oh my god. It's like talking to a 19-year-old.
Yeah. Except probably more net positive talking to the dog.
Dogs will at least
you get
listen.
Nothing. At least they listen. At least you get nothing back instead of
Like
just
stupid
sewage
feedback. Yeah, it's
coming
like,
out of their mouth. Yeah.
well, have you considered making it an NFT? Shut up, dog. What are we talking about, folks?
I don't know. I like that little tangent. What were we talking about before? Where we go? Where city bikes, the singular wheels.
I've been having two main talking points with people.
Yeah,
and it's really opened conversation.
Yeah.
Two big things.
But I think we did pretty well for having. That was pretty smooth.
That's good.
Natural. Yeah. Go
Well,
ahead.
let me ask you, because you grew up with a little class. You're a classy kid on paper. You're classy.
Yeah. I think all around I'm like mid-level, normal.
Prep school to Harvard. You're not doing great now. But before you were doing pretty well.
On paper.
On paper,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. If at the O'Regan household, when you were growing up, what was the water situation?
We had the fridge with the water thing on the outside.
Your whole life. From the time you were born.
Up?
Like, how much water was consumed by the O'Regans?
Growing up, when did those fridges come out?
Exactly.
I don't know. In high school, I want to say middle school, maybe. I don't know. I remember
you were doing water in middle school.
Not the. I don't know if the fridge. That's a great question. I don't know.
Because
what did people say, or what'd you do?
This started a few weeks ago with Hardy, and it's grown since then with Jack Finnegan, Elliot Thompson, Chris Metcalf, and now you. Where I'm trying, because it seems to me water really didn't hit till like 2008, 2009.
We had a lot of milk growing up.
No, Tommy, did you know what my next question was?
How much milk?
Dude, everyone was drinking milk.
I had a glass of milk with every meal, every dinner.
Every meal?
Not every meal, but a lot of them.
This is fucking insane.
Whatever the other guests said.
Everyone had milk with dinner.
I had milk every meal.
You had
Almost
milk
not every meal, but like I had a glass of milk with dinner. That was what I remember having. I loved it too.
You loved milk?
Loved a cold glass of milk. Haven't had one in a while, but if I had a cold glass of milk, I would love it. Chocolate milk, one of the best drinks on earth. Again, haven't had it in a while, but top tier drink.
What happened with like the same time we stopped going to church was the same time we stopped drinking milk?
You think there's something?
I think there's some sort of right. Listen, religion was so important in this country's history for so long, and what did people always drink in this country? Milk.
I'm actually working on a bit about milk's popularity, which is funny you brought that up.
Dude, because Hardy brought up how he had milk with every dinner.
Most dinners, I think I had it.
That's fucking insane.
I think you're I think everyone else is pretty level. I think you're the crazy one for not drinking.
You're all wrong. What was the average meal at the O'Regan household? Walk me through. I'm coming over for dinner. You go, Rich, hey, we're playing Halo. You want to stick around for dinner? What's dinner at the O'Regan household?
I don't know. My mom's a very good cook. She's gotten since she's like done it more over the years. She's now like an excellent cook. Growing up, she was still good, but like I don't know, like a lot of pastas.
That's crazy.
A lot of like
with milk.
some like lasagna or like
You're having a square lasagna with milk.
milk with everything, baby.
How strong are your bones?
Actually, I don't want to say it, but I don't think I've ever broken a bone. I think
I don't think you can.
Yeah.
If you had lasagna and milk growing up,
I should go stand out in front of like a moving car and see if anything happens.
yeah, you'd be like,
The car would break.
what's that movie with fucking Denzel Washington, where he just stands in front of the train and it fucking
Pelham?
train indent? Something. All right,
Damn it. Someone
Hancock.
Right.
That was the movie. Yeah, neither have I.
Isn't
Just
that
remember
Will
the
Smith?
commercial. Wasn't Will Smith?
Or am I being racist? Or are you being racist again?
Well, are we being racist or are we racist? You said you hate Asians earlier.
I know. I was just trying. It was a bit.
It was a bit. Listen, his work knows he's a comic.
Right. What was it? Wait. So yeah, we'd eat normal. You know, I probably had it with breakfast too. I had
Breakfast, milk with breakfast was normal. I didn't really do it,
I don't love
but it was
breakfast
normal.
Food. Like I don't mind eggs, but I don't love eggs. Like my mom could never get me to eat breakfast, so she would just have to make like chicken nuggets in the morning for me. I'd have like chicken nuggets and like peanut butter and jellies for breakfast because I didn't like eggs. And she wouldn't let us have sugar syrup. My mom's like a huge health.
Wait. Your mom's like, Tommy, you can't have frosted flakes. That's bad for you. Here's some chicken nuggets at 6:30 in the morning.
I wouldn't eat bread. I like couldn't eat. I hated eggs growing up, and we didn't have like sugar, any cereals. Mom was like a huge health freak.
Yeah,
So
Tommy, you had
no
chicken nuggets for breakfast.
no
She's not a
cereals.
health freak. She's an idiot.
No cereals. No, I wouldn't eat cereal or eggs or like any breakfast food. So I just had to eat. I wouldn't eat anything else, so she got me chicken nuggets.
You're making fucking frozen pizzas at 7 in the morning?
Not frozen pizza. I think anything with a red sauce is a bit much for That's
For
early
a
for
morning?
red sauce.
Okay.
Here's a question, because I did a sketch on this
Okay.
a while ago. Maybe you saw it on Instagram about like breakfast foods, and it got a lot of love related. People were like, I agree with that. It's so arbitrary. Like, where do you draw the line with breakfast foods? Because I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I think the whole thing is arbitrary. Why are we allowed to eat a bagel with cream cheese and salmon? But if you were to say like, oh, can I have French toast with scallops on it? That would be disgusting.
Yeah. Because we live in a society, Tommy.
But
Having
that.
boundaries on our food is what sets us apart from the animals.
But
Okay?
or like, what's wrong with having like pasta with butter? Hypothetical. I've never done this, but pasta with like not red sauce, maybe like pasta with butter for breakfast. That's pretty simple relative to like huevos rancheros.
Let's also say, if you're having pasta with butter, you are classless.
I was just trying to think of a simple example of it. Like, I'm not going to throw red sauce or.
Are you doing
Alfredo
pasta
on
with butter?
No, I don't do pasta with butter.
Okay.
I don't mind it though, but that is.
I mean, it is a good time.
I mean, it's pasta and it's
It's
butter.
It's two of the best things in the world.
Bread and butter also slap. Just like once in a while, when you have just a piece of toast with butter on it. I mean,
know what I've been
suck
doing
me
recently?
Off.
You know what blew my balls off?
What?
When I first started dating my girlfriend, I would order toast. I'm a big toast guy. I love toast with my breakfast. And she's like, why don't you just get an English muffin? I've been on English muffins for years
Teeing
now.
off on them, yeah.
Oh, why
They're
are we
great.
talking about English muffins more?
They're great. With like, do you ever put like English muffin butter jam?
Oh, Tommy, have I been doing? Yes, I do that.
Or the English muffin cream cheese jam.
You're doing cream cheese
I'm gonna
jam.
need you to get some cream cheese, get some jam, and get some English muffins. And you don't have to go crazy on the cream cheese. Just light layer cream cheese, light layer of jam. It's insane.
Tommy, I don't know if you've seen pictures of me from back in the day. I was doing cream cheese and jam on English muffins. I was doing it on bagels.
Okay, yeah.
Babe.
Well, your first response sounded like you never had it.
Oh, Tommy, I've had
Okay.
it's like asking, Kurt Cobain if he's done heroin. Yeah, he did it,
Right.
I've been there. I've done it. I tasted
It's
heaven.
amazing. Okay, good.
Right.
It is the closest thing.
You go.
I was just gonna briefly touch on how one of the greatest foods that's ever been made is toaster strudel.
Yeah. Yeah, Tommy, you're a real fucking trash bag.
Have you ever had? When's the last time you had? I haven't had. In a
I've
while,
never
but-
had toaster strudel.
Oh, baby,
No.
go.
I'm aware of what toaster strudel is.
Rich, I'm gonna. Like, it's not like Pop-Tart. It's on another level.
There's so much homework I have to do after this episode.
No, you don't have to do
So
any.
much dairy-based homework.
You should just go get a toast strudel, follow the instructions.
I feel like
Thank
the
you,
instructions are simple.
I know they are.
Yeah.
Just toast it and put the frosting on.
But that's what I don't like about toaster strudel. It's the
No.
IKEA of baked goods. There's instructions, and
That's
like this is
good.
how you do it. It's like IKEA meets omakase.
Yes, that's funny.
I don't like instructions with my food.
That is funny. That's funny. No, dude, you should. I'm telling you, try some strudel.
Some strudel.
I'm serious.
Well, you were born in Germany. Is that why?
Yes. The strudel.
The strudel.
The strudel. Yeah. Dude,
What-
it's really good.
What kind of jelly are we working with the O'Regans?
What are those little things? The preserves.
You're doing preserves.
But I also don't discriminate against the big jellies. I don't have jelly or jam or preserve that often anymore. I'm not a big breakfast guy.
Well, you've some
As
yeah.
I said. So like in the morning I'll have like sometimes I get bananas or a banana. I don't even love bananas. They're like in my
Just
should
do
we
it.
talk about fruits? Bananas, bottom
Clay
fruit for me.
Aiken. What?
That's the natural progression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Name your Mount Rushmore fruits: bananas, oranges, Clay Aiken, and plums. If I was invisible.
I was just trying to think of one of his songs. What was it?
If I was invisible.
Now, did
I
he
could
win or lose
just-
against Ruben Studdard?
He lost to
Lost to
Ruben
Ruben
Studdard.
Studdard.
Yes.
That was the first one ever? Or no, Kelly Clarkson?
No, that was season 2. And then Ruben.
That was when it was, like everyone was watching.
everything.
American Idol.
American Idol was at an all-time high. Gay marriage approval was at an all-time low. And Clay Aiken just melted America's hearts.
Also, around the same time, people stopped liking milk. It's all interconnect and religion. Religion, milk, and Clay Aiken. There's something going on.
There's something going on. We're going to have to take the raw data and play around with it and see what actually comes out, what the storyline looks like.
There's got to be something between Clay Aiken.
Do you remember when Silk came out?
It was crazy, and now it's like
What a year that was.
it was like what the what are you
We were
talking
just
about?
recovering from 9/11. Like, we were just...
That was way too much to throw on us.
Right, we're like, fine. Like, we finally caught our breath back. It was 5 years after 9/11. And they're like, here's milk that's not milk.
What the fuck is soy?
Soy? Right. China just started coming up. Clay Aiken lost. It was just so much going
A
on.
tumultuous few years. 9/11, soy milk. God, give us a second to breathe.
What?
9/11 and soy milk. That's great.
Something.
That was yeah.
The early 2000s.
No one knew that that was even a. I also remember there being like, I remember seeing like a.
Keep talking. I'm just nervous. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good.
I remember seeing like an advertisement. This was like 2010. This wasn't This wasn't even that early. I remember seeing like an advertisement for beefless meat at the grocery store, like before the whole health craze started. And I
Yes.
was like, I remember taking like a picture of it. I think it was like one of my first Instagrams back when like Instagram was just something different. But I was like, interesting advertising strategy. Like implying like, why would you have meat without beef? Like that's what the meat is. But it was so foreign to us, and that was only like 15 years ago.
It wasn't. I remember I was at the supermarket with my dad. We saw the beefless meat. He went and bought a gun after. He's like, I don't know what the future has in store, but whatever this is, I'm not with it.
Oh, yeah.
Let me ask you a question. This is a real...
Is this a usual one or that you asked?
No,
everyone,
this
or
is
it
something I just thought of.
Okay.
This is really what's going to separate, like, what tax level your family was at.
Okay.
You know what zebra cakes are?
Yes. I know what
Okay.
they are. I don't know if I've ever, but I think I might know what they are from like, I don't think I ever had them, but I know what they are.
Wow. Okay. Zebra cakes played a very important role in my adolescence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I liked all the others. Like I liked.
You were a Little Debbie's fan? What was the baked good
Well, again,
dealer of choice?
Again, we were never allowed to have stuff in the house.
Yeah, which just doesn't make sense when you're eating chicken nuggets for breakfast.
And I'm also trying to work on a joke about this, which is like how I never got to have food in my house. So I chose in elementary school. I would choose my best friends based on who had the best snacks in their house. Because like then I would go over their house, bring you the mother load, the source.
There were always a few kids with the cupboard.
Oh, that's
those kids.
I'm like,
yes.
You open the cupboard, there's everything, Gushers,
everything,
Dunkaroos, everything.
That's a white bodega.
Yeah,
it's just a suburban cupboard.
Yeah,
it's a white person bodega.
Yeah, it's exactly what it looked like. And those kids, it was the best place.
And there's always a cat in
kids
there.
Over my house, everything in my cupboard just beige. You know what I mean?
So
not a primary color in sight, just beige. That's no child's nightmare.
No food
beige
coloring.
Cabinet, like oats and grains and you know what I mean?
You were an oatmeal family?
No, but they were just in there for decorate, just to make it as boring as possible.
Yes. Very bland.
And my mom was like, "We're not even eating these; it's just for show, to really upset the children."
So if like the O'Regans are having the squad over, what's the snack choice?
Well, they would get it. They weren't like they weren't monsters. Like if we had friends over, they'd get us a pizza on a Friday night, whatever.
That's fine. That's standard.
Pizza,
that's standard care.
But like just a general everyday like junk food. Never had soda. Never had snacks in our house.
Really?
Never. My mom hates soda. Never. If we had a box, once in a while, we'd get something maybe as a treat. But 4 kids in our family. If you bought one box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch and you weren't downstairs when it got home, you didn't get any Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
You were a name
Everyone
brand.
would just have like 4 bowls in a row. Because we're just like, and we would just go, because we didn't ever get to have it.
Right.
So then every time we got something, we would just like shovel it in our faces and it'd be gone in 5. A box of Oreos, gone in one night.
Would you get name brands? So you were doing the General Mills. You were doing the Nabrisco, the Oreos, the Cinnamon Toast Crunches.
We had a lot of
That's nice. That's very
Smart
classy.
Start,
the fuck is
the
that?
cereal.
Smart Start cereal?
Yeah. Life.
You guys are eating
Smart Start. Special K.
Special K had a renaissance.
The healthy cereals, but they were still not healthy.
Dude, Special K.
The ones with the little yogurt clusters.
My favorite dessert, maybe even to this day, get me the Special K cereal with the chocolate bits in it. You know what I'm saying, Tom?
I know what you're saying. Do you remember the ones I'm talking about, the white yogurt clusters?
No, we don't do yogurt in my house. We're not Democrats, but...
But they were really just balls of sugar that they called yogurt.
Is there anything better than yogurt chips? Like when you go to a frozen yogurt place and you're like, "Oh, I'll have the yogurt chips." Tommy.
Oh, the yogurt. Yeah,
Was that what was going on in the Special K?
They were really just literally balls of sugar, but they would call it like yogurt. The yogurt chips are great.
Were you a Special K strawberry family?
Yes, that's what I was thinking of. Also, with the little thin.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I don't know if they were they weren't strawberries. They were again probably just sugar, but that's what we had more than anything.
That wasn't great.
Special K with the straw. Oh yeah, that's what we had though. That brings me back.
Yeah, that's like the nicotine pouches of sugar cereals. It's like technically it's the same, chemically it's the same, but it just doesn't hit like a cigarette.
Exactly. Yeah. Wait, so were those the 2 questions you usually ask everyone? The water and the milk?
Yeah, that's what I've noticed with people is no one was drinking water. Everyone was drinking milk.
I have that in my basically this joke I'm working on. I'm saying like I go like, has anything had a bigger fall from grace than milk? And then I say, I go over that. I'm like, first of all, like we're using like it used to be so popular. Now we're like going so far out of it. Like we're drinking almonds. It's not even close. Like it's a food. It's a solid. Not to mention the unhealthy aspect. It's just like weird drinking a glass of milk now.
It's
right?
It's
and so it's like it's weird. It's unhealthy. Like no one's talking about it. No one's drinking it. It used to be how we found missing children.
That's funny.
That's crazy.
That's great. That's an A+ joke.
Isn't that crazy? Like they were like, how can we get a message to everyone immediately? Milk. That's how popular it
That's
was.
how great milk was doing.
And milkmen.
Yeah.
It's a whole profession dedicated to bringing people milk. And now everyone's like, now they're using all these now they're just like, what else can we turn into milk? They're just grabbing anything they can to turn it into milk. But I think this is a good angle.
This is a good angle. This is very funny.
I haven't tried it yet, but I wrote it the other day.
Yeah, that's
Because
great.
I've been thinking about milk lately as well. I feel like everyone's thinking about it.
Do you think the problem is we didn't know what milk was? Like we knew it came from
It's like
cows.
cigarettes. It's like a diet cigarette, kind of like not as bad as cigarettes, but similar in that you didn't know how bad it was for you.
But do we even know today?
I don't
We're just
know.
told
I think
is.
everyone's full. Exactly. I think everyone's full of shit.
Yeah. You're telling me cow milk's less healthy than
Is it-
almond milk?
Is it that bad for you where you got to be smashing up almonds?
Right.
It's that bad for you? Really? Like, it can't be that bad for you. Again, I don't know.
I have no proof of this. Cashew milk?
But that's my point. Is like, we're going so far out of
Oat
our
milk?
ways to not drink milk. It's like, it can't be that bad for you.
It can't be that bad for you.
To be drinking coconuts and oats, it can't be that bad for
Yeah.
you. That's so crazy.
I've
But again, I think this is a good thing about being comedian. Like, in order to be a decent comedian, you have to not know too much. Because, like, this take, I wouldn't be able to... If I knew actually why... I'm sure there's an actual reason why dairy isn't around or what has happened to it. But the fact that I'm dumb enough to not know, I can make these assumptions, turn them into jokes. So I think you have to be smart and dumb to be a comedian in a way.
You know what I don't like about the milk argument, if we're going to stay on the milk argument?
Yeah.
People are like, humans are the only species to drink the milk of another animal, which is correct.
Yes.
But
Wait, did someone just do it? Wait, keep going.
we're also the only species that could, like, build bridges.
Dude, who did someone... Did you... Someone had a joke about this. Who...
Fuck.
No.
All
no.
right.
I'm sorry. But someone had, like, verbatim... Who the fuck was it? Sorry.
All right.
Have you seen... It was like, have you seen how other... Fuck, I'm going to think about it and I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But I thought
Call
were
us in
quoting
if you
someone
know.
else. But anyways, that's going to bother me now.
And like with water, no one was drinking water. Just 0 people. Everyone was dehydrated until like 2009, and
Forever.
For all of eternity, we just were so dehydrated. But then like we knew we needed water, but we refused to drink real water. So we had like remember like the intro to water for people. I don't know if you remember
Let me
this.
guess. Propel? Is that what you were going to say?
Tommy, that's exactly what I was going to say. Gatorade saw a market opportunity. They're like, listen, no one's drinking water, but they know they need to.
How bad was Propel?
Propel was just sugar and water.
So bad.
And it hit so well.
I have the lemon one in my head. The lemon one was...
It was so
Terrible.
artificial tasting, and I was addicted to it.
That was back when drinks were just comical. Like Code Red Mountain Dew, so good, but so... who knows what's in it?
Do you remember Pepsi Blue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all... Vanilla Coke, Pepsi Blue. Oh, if I drank a Pepsi Blue, that would bring you right back to...
Vanilla Coke took 20 years off my life. I'm going to die at
Code
50
Red.
with the amount of vanilla
Oh.
Coke I had.
Code Red was so good.
And I was like trying to. Then they took away vanilla Coke, and I just kept trying to chase that high. I was putting vanilla ice cream into Coke, and I'm like, is this doing anything? Like I
Yeah.
just kept trying to get that high back.
I think really, like life, we should start exposing children more to bad
Whoa.
stuff.
Thank God you finished that sentence.
We should start exposing children more. Had a great time on the podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Tommy O'Regan.
That's how it ended.
Your YouTube special comes
Exposing
down.
Children more. Yeah, check out my special. I think we should start exposing children more to like bad stuff about life early on, because I think everyone's so depressed and sad because they're comparing life to what it was like when you're a child. There's a thought. Like you're like you have all the like you grow up and it's like, oh, Santa's real and candy's fine for you, and you're in a fairy tale land, right? But if you just expose kids to stuff earlier, then they're not then relative to childhood, it doesn't seem as bad. We're still just chasing those highs from when we're a kid. So let's start roughing kids up a bit.
I think you're trying to bring back child employment.
Yeah.
Like, why don't we throw these kids into a factory?
Or just
because it only gets better.
Yeah, exactly. Everything in life is just relative.
Yes.
That's why there are freaking people who live in the wilderness who are happy because they're not exposed, or poor people who aren't exposed to cell phones, but they're happier when they appreciate little things more. It's all relative.
Amish.
The Mish.
Yep, the Mish. The I
would love to hang out with them on a Rumspringer.
Ooh, that'd be a good time.
Yeah.
It's let me ask you this question.
All right.
Because my family would vacation in Amish country every year. That's how we were doing. Where are the O'Regans going on a trip?
We had our grandparents had like a little beach shack up in Hampton.
Oh, and it wasn't a shack. It was nice, probably.
No, have you been to Hampton, New Hampshire?
Hampton, New Hampshire?
It is like this house we had was like cute little shack, like across from like a beach, but the main pier, like the public beach main pier by Hampton, New Hampshire, is the trashiest place I've ever seen in my life.
Are we talking a lake beach or a proper beach?
No, beach in New Hampshire. Okay. And my grandparents owned the house. Me and my cousins, like 3 families.
Okay.
My family, a couple of our cousins' family would go there. Sometimes we go to like water country.
What the fuck is that?
It's like a water park.
Water country?
It's like a water park.
That's almost as bad as the water park we went to called Water Slide World.
Exactly. It's probably the same exact thing.
It's probably. No paint.
We went to like Disney World once.
Even I went to Disney World more than once.
Twice, maybe.
Okay.
I wasn't trying to just like one up you. I was actually like thinking about it. Maybe twice.
Oh. Twice is good.
And then,
that's good.
Yeah, I don't know. I also lived in Berlin for 7 years.
Yeah, that was just crazy.
I was a young German boy.
Whenever I think of Tommy O'Regan, I think strudel and
Lederhosen.
And Lederhosen, yes.
And yeah, I went to a British school in Germany, so I had like a American British German accent.
That explains why you sound like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then you went to Massachusetts, the only place with a grosser accent.
Yeah. Exactly. And then I just got a little more homophobic.
What? That's tough to do at a German British school.
Oh no, I actually, again, just kidding. But I used to have it was something about that. It was like coming from Germany to Boston's like a funny transition. And I'm not saying people in Boston are great, but it's just that stereotype.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I just thought it was funny, like coming from Germany to Boston. It's a funny transition.
Yeah, it's a very linear progression. We're not talking latitude only.
Yeah.
Kind of the same people.
I feel bad now that I've said I hate Asians and I'm homophobic on here. I'm really a great guy.
Yeah. You've said you hate a lot of people, and I'll be honest. Elliot comes on here, I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe he says that kind of stuff. Tommy O'Regan, no.
I'm trying to mix it up, I just
trying to change your brands. Get ready for the second special.
I'm just trying to, I'm trying to see what works. I think me and Louise are starting up our pod again.
Oh, you're gonna start the pod again?
I'm trying to find my voice, as they say.
Oh, okay. Let me tell you, this might not be it.
But yeah, no, I'm a good guy.
That's never good. It's never good when you have to just say, "Hey, I'm a good guy." Yeah.
Exactly. It's like the guys who go up to girls and be like, "Hey, I'm a good guy." Trying to get.
Is there anything worse than being called a creep?
Would
Would you rather be a racist or a creep?
Probably a creep.
Really?
Because racism is just stupid. Like, racism is just, like, stupid. The stupidest thing in the world. Like, being racist and homophobic is just, like, you're just the stupidest person ever. Because, like, that makes no sense. Creep, maybe you're just, like... Well, like, I guess what level of creep? There are many different levels of creep.
I'm just going, like, base, like, just generalized Because now that I'm thinking about it,
Generalized though,
creeps get
heavy, though.
canceled more than racist.
But racist, I think, is just like such a bad. Like at least creep, maybe you're just like weird and you don't know how to like talk to girls, and you're like, hey, you're weird. Like you could be weird and creepy. But I guess, or do you mean creep in terms of like stalking people and like
That's also a
saying
creep.
weird shit and like
That's a creep. Yeah, it's more saying weird stuff, touching women in a way they don't want to be touched.
right? Yeah,
You get canceled for that more. Like Mel Gibson's still around.
that's true. I just
know?
don't want to be known as like a racist because
Well, you don't want to be known for either. But if you had to choose, I think you have a longer career opportunity.
yeah,
Because at least you know, like,
As
there's
a-
one specific demographic that'll like you.
yeah, you can get half of them.
No one likes a creep.
Permeates both sides.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a good point.
Yeah, we might not keep this part of the episode in.
We're gonna cut out my a couple of my lines too. I think.
Well, yeah, we would have no episode if we did that, Tom. We'd have to just keep going.
But hey, that's what we're here. We're to try stuff out.
Yeah, we're just working
we're
things
messing
out.
around.
No. Yeah, the amount of milk's blowing my mind. Whole milk?
Probably 2%. I think
That's a good milk.
it's a little better.
Yeah, that was all right. What brand ice cream did you have growing up?
We've recently become more. My dad's a big fan of the Ben and Jerry's pints, so whenever I go home,
Interesting.
he's a little bit of sweet. Like he'll have like a little couple scoops of ice cream every couple nights. It's just it's just one vice. He likes the Ben and Jerry pints.
Every night he has a...
No, every
he has
couple nights he'll have like a little ice cream. It's just sweet tooth.
Okay.
It's just one vice. And then early on, I don't remember. Maybe just like Breyers or something like.
And Breyers is garbage.
I know.
Yeah.
But my dad's can be frugal, so if he sees a good deal, and Breyers is always on sale.
Breyers is always
It's
on
always
sale.
like 8 for $1.99, and you're like, we can't not get this.
I have to have ice cream. You're lactose intolerant,
Yeah.
and you're so like, I
Breyers
have to
is
get
trash,
this now.
though.
Breyers is very trash.
I've been trying so hard to not get like soft serve ice cream from like an ice cream truck lately. Like over.
Oh, that's a
love
very
good soft
specific
serve.
thing.
Because I walked by today, and then one of my other friends in our group text mentioned like, or they sent like a video or something of soft serve ice cream. And we're like, this looks unreal. Blah blah. Anyways, and then I've been craving it like the past couple weeks.
Do you have Carvel growing up? Do they have Carvel in Massachusetts?
Yo, I don't know if Carvel specifically, but just in general, I think we got to put on the Mount Rushmore of desserts in general, ice cream cake. It might be in my Mount Rushmore of desserts. Not like if we're going like a nice restaurant here that have a very specific dessert. I'm talking like general desserts.
I don't like that. Ice cream cake should be brought into classier establishments.
I haven't had it in so long. I might go buy an ice cream cake on the way home.
Yeah, don't do that. That's sad.
I'm an adult for Christ's sake. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, can you put a Happy Birthday Tommy on it? Oh, is it for your friend?
Can you put I'm
Yeah,
not
sure.
racist on it? They're making like I feel like this guy's racist. He's gotta be.
And it's going to be like some sort of Spanish guy doing it too. He's going to be like, did this guy say I'm not racist?
Okay.
It would be such a big cake.
I'd have to buy it too. I'd have to check out with it. They'd see it too.
Wait, okay, so to you, Carvel is ice cream cake.
Yeah, that's like I don't really ever know if we got a lot of Carvel stuff, but I know what it is. But I'm trying to think back. I don't think it was like a part of our. Is it more of a New York thing or is it a Boston thing? Too?
I learned going to college that it's like a tri-state area thing. It's like a Long Island, Jersey, West Queens thing.
I've heard of it a bunch, but no, I don't think it was a big factor.
It played a very low. I thought it was like a publicly traded company. I'm like, what you guys are doing here is cutting edge.
Isn't it funny how you think, like, growing up, you just think things are, like, national or international, but it's, like, your town. trying to think of an example.
It's like it's tough here too because like in New York you think everyone in the world has it, but then you learn like, oh, there's buttered rolls are one of those things. I bring this up on the last few pods.
What do you mean?
You don't have buttered rolls in Massachusetts, do you?
What is it? What do you mean?
You go to a gas station, it's just a Kaiser roll with butter in it.
Like you have them make it?
No, it's just it's in a package.
Oh no.
Growing up, you wake up early with your dad. You're going to the hockey game. You have a 6 a.m. game.
And you get a butter roll.
Buttered roll.
You're gonna burn it off anyways.
With Nesquik. On the way to the game.
Chocolate milk.
Yes, sir. Then vanilla milk came out. And that was fucking... I was like, what are they doing at NASA? I thought NASA designed Nestle.
Like, no wonder we've been in the moon.
Yeah, you see what they're... Dad,
God.
you see what they're doing here? Vanilla milk?
I'm trying to think of something that was like Massachusetts, but I don't know. It is always funny.
This is more of a hockey thing. I once had chocolate milk with General Tso's chicken before a game. And it's like
oh my god!
It's like, what's the first year where you check?
Like 10 years,
like Bantams or something? Squirts maybe?
Squirts, Pee-wees?
Oh, dude, someone hit me in like the lower intestine
way.
and I just shit.
You shit on ice or on back?
Dude, it was sick.
Or on impact?
On impact.
It was like an airbag.
Yeah, that was
out of your ass.
Yeah, I didn't need the tail pad.
Dude, that might be like, I'm trying to think of a worst two things to eat together. Maybe like
before a hockey game. Who told you to do that, you fat fuck?
Chocolate milk and Chinese. That's pretty bad.
I remember it too. It was at an outdoor rink.
Oh, you shit
Grant
outside.
Park on the south shore of Long Island. And just shit on the ice.
Did the ice, could you see it?
No.
It was intense.
You wouldn't know unless you were me.
Did you have to get off the ice or did you power through?
Yeah, I was like, we're going to need a Zamboni clean. And they're like, this is fucking squirts.
Did you ever tell anyone until just now?
I just came out with it. Yeah, just
That's
now.
the first time you ever told anyone?
I mean, I think my dad knows.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I was wondering. Wow. That's funny. I'm trying to think if I have any good shit pants. I don't know if I have a good pants shit story.
No, that was more of a chocolate milk story than anything.
Right. Chocolate milk's great. I'm trying to think what food we haven't covered. It's pretty much we're gonna run the gamut on foods.
I guess you weren't like a pizza roll family.
My dad was really good at making.
What?
My dad's like good at improvising around the kitchen. He'll like
just yes and.
He was just something that's happened to you recently. You were trying to, and he's like,
hey, Tommy, can you come in here for a second? I need a color. Anyway, just say a color.
Does anyone have something they're afraid of or something exciting coming up in their life? Someone shout it out.
Is anyone's birthday in here? Dad, how'd you not know our birthdays?
Improv food wise, like he would find, like we'd have like some salami in the fridge and like
where's
some
this
like
going?
English muffins and like some tomato sauce and he'd just like make a little like bagel, like English muffin pizzas, like with cheese, tomato sauce, salami. He's good at like improvising some stuff and like cooking little stuff up like that.
That's not improvising. That's called leftovers. You just put things.
Yeah, but like that was one example. But he was like, but my mom was like a cook and my dad was like good at doing that kind of stuff, and that's kind of what we did.
Yeah,
so, like we didn't have a lot of, but that's what reminded me of like pizza rolls. We'd have like those a lot, like English muffin pizzas.
English muffin pizzas?
Well, because that's what we do. He'd like English muffins.
So instead of like a bagel bite,
cheese and salami, and throw all that sauce on there, and you throw them in the oven.
Yeah, that's garbage. That's real trash.
It was delicious.
Yeah.
Really good though.
I'm sure it's really good. It sounds really good, but it's fucking trash.
Yeah. Delicious.
No, you need toast. You didn't have like Tostitos
at all?
No,
of course I've had Tostitos. If
I'm going out with did the O'Regans ever go to like Applebee's or something?
We had Bertucci's in our town.
Yo, you had Bertucci's? I forgot who I just talked about
time.
Bertucci's. I think Finnegan. You had Bertucci's.
Big time. Back when they gave you the dough to play with.
Yes. They really knew what they were doing.
In our town that we would go. There was like an Italian place we would get food from on weekends sometimes. Sometimes you go to Bertucci's, a couple other places, but mainly our parents would probably take us to Bertucci's because we like loved playing with the dough. And the bread was It was good. I don't know. I haven't been to Bertucci's in maybe 20 years. I don't know how they're doing, but
I think they're extinct.
I don't think it was very good.
I think they went with the dodo bird.
I don't think it was very good.
No, it wasn't.
There was
good.
one in my town till like recently.
Really?
I think there still is. It can't be. I think it.
Tommy, I think if you went right now, it would just you put your hand through the door and it just like fades.
I think I'm gonna look this up right now. Hold on. Am I crazy? I can't remember. Oh no, there's a liquor store there now.
Yeah, that's what Bertucci's usually turn into. Mine's a hair salon now.
Yeah,
that's usually
it's
what
a
happens.
Mini mall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Were you? Because I think this is big in Mass. Friendlies.
Oh yeah,
Big Friendlies.
Friendlies is amazing. Let me. Ask me some. We gotta be thinking of the same thing. Is it a food?
Are there sticks involved?
No, but you say yours first.
Do you remember, and you might not remember, to me it was a very pivotal moment in food technology when they took the chicken fingers, put it on sticks in the cyclical cone.
Yes.
And then they put the sauces. They had the 3 sauce.
What an
Do
establishment.
you fucking remember when they did that? I was like, who is behind this?
The people making the vanilla milk.
I was like, who's the CTO of Friendlies?
Dude, that place was great. You don't see like restaurant ice cream shop. They had all.
They don't do
you
it anymore,
remember
Tommy.
The honey barbecue chicken super melt. Do you remember that?
I do remember it.
That was one of my. Again, I don't think it was
To me,
the
that was an
highest
adult food.
That was like in high school. We'd get that. We'd go like me and my friends like after day like riding bikes around, being idiots.
Yeah.
Egging houses.
Oh, you guys will go to Friendlies.
Go to Friendlies. They make it a honey barbecue chicken super melt. Unbelievable. Probably 18,000 calories, but one of the best things I remember eating.
Surprise! You would go to a sit-down plate. We were a Burger King squad.
We had a McDonald's, so it was either McDonald's or Friendlies. They were right near each other.
Oh, interesting. No, Burger
One or the
King. They
other.
had the. I don't know if
We
you
didn't have a
remember
beat.
this.
Those are the only 2 fast food. McDonald's is the only fast food place in my town.
What about Friendlies? The Monster Mash.
Of course.
Yeah.
Little Reese's ears.
The Reese's ears. They really put time into designing that.
What a great establishment.
That's an artisan. That's an ice cream artisan.
Great establishment. You always enjoyed going to Friendlies.
Always enjoy going to Friendlies.
It was great for the kids.
They had the blue. Remember the blue drink? And it was tall.
Yeah.
And they had like the Reese's peanut butter cup sundae or the Reese's Pieces sundae, and it came out in like in a gauntlet, like whatever.
A silver.
It was like a very big glass. It was like whatever like Prince drank wine out of. They would put ice cream in there.
Yeah. The goblet.
A goblet maybe is a better word. A gauntlet. A goblet. Yeah.
Goblets. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Call us in, but
Oh man, Friendlies. What a throwback.
Friendlies really hit.
Friendlies ruled. Wow. A lot of great food chats.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of good food chats on the Happy Hour recently. I don't know why. It's because that's just fucking what I'm all about. Entenmann's? Were you an Entenmann's? No, you couldn't be an Entenmann's family. Entenmann's,
We
I
liked
think
coffee cakes.
you're probably a
Once in while, we
Drake's
got a
coffee cake.
No. We get like a nice. Might have been Entenmann's. We get like a nice box coffee cake once in a while.
You would know if it's Entenmann's has a very specific brand. It's the white box with the blue.
I know what it is, but I
lettering.
can't remember. I think we might have switched it up here and there. But no, Drake's was like that was like the little packaged one.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I remember my buddy Tommy.
Those were not good.
His dad retired as a fireman, and for like a week, he drove a Drake's truck around. What a week. Yeah, April 7th to April 14th, 2004. He drove a Drake. I remember it. It's actually, kids are taught about that in schools.
It's in textbooks.
Yeah, some school districts have off that week.
It was Drake break. It was
Yeah,
the Drake
it's
break.
the Drake break. So like this week is to
Drake
commemorate the time Rich Apple
Spring break?
ate
No, Drake
79 Drake's coffee cakes in 1
Spring
week.
Drake. Yeah.
Spring Drake.
Spelled Dreak.
Yeah.
Spring Drake.
Were you
That's
Yodel's family?
Again, when we could, like, if I was out with my friends and I could get a little snack, I would get something. Again, we didn't have a lot of junk food in the house, unfortunately.
Were you a buy lunch at school guy?
No, we didn't have
Packed
it.
lunch.
We were packed lunch all day, baby.
Even in high school.
So we'd have like mom would get like turkey sandwich, apple, chips, potato sticks, whatever the hell. Potato sticks, remember those?
I remember potato
Like
sticks.
little can.
Yeah, we didn't.
weren't
The
that
apples
great.
weren't potato sticks, people, but I do remember the potato
Yeah.
sticks. Were you one of those dicks that had the pretzels and then the cheese spread?
What a throwback.
Do you remember that?
I remember those. Yeah, with the little red stick.
Yes, that didn't spread at all.
That was bad for
It just
spreading.
clumped.
It was bad. The cheese was... I have such a vivid image and taste of that cheese.
Yes.
It was so, like... Sweet's not even the... Maybe sweet's the word? It was, like, clumpy, though. And it was, like... It wasn't cheese.
It wasn't cheese. For the amount of dairy we were consuming, 0% of it was through cheese back then.
No, it was the cracker. It wasn't pretzels. It was those long... It was those crackers.
Was it crackers?
Remember it was the rectangular crackers?
It was crackers.
With the red stick and the clumpy cheese.
Uh-huh.
They were kind of good, though.
Oh, I would go. I would have some.
But it wasn't cheese.
Were you a lunch? We talked about this with Finnegan. Lunchables?
So, my mom, like, once a year on our birthdays would let us get a Lunchable.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
That's how strict my mom was. It was pretty...
Did you also all have to take your socks off and they all stood up by the doorway? Like, that's what that kind of sounds like to me.
Like,
you got to choose a
also strict
Lunchable
about
for
me
your
doing,
birthday?
like, going out and stuff. Like, high school, I'm the oldest, so I had to, like, break the mold. And, like, my mom was so strict with me. She was strict in general about, like, a lot of stuff. But she's awesome. She's
and Lunchables. She was strict about me partying
but that was like her
and
help.
Lunchables.
She's like, you can have chicken nuggets for breakfast and a Lunchable once a year. And that's about it.
Like, all right, Mom, I like it. But then again, like,
then we'd have pizza. Once in a while, we get pizza on Friday nights and we have ice cream. It wasn't like a Nazi regime in there, but like for the most part, we ate pretty healthy.
This was just, and it goes back to the point, it was just early 2000s nutrition.
She was ahead of the game, and now she's like works for a health and wellness company. She's so dialed in on like all health. She was just like ahead of the game health wise. She was always the one back in the day saying like dairy's bad for you, and we'd be like, what the fuck is this crazy bitch talking about? Look at
another round.
Yeah, another round of Monster Mashes, please.
Oh,
and
the
look
mint
at her
chocolate chip ice cream. Oh, your breath was fresh, but you also got to enjoy a treat.
Man, I wonder those are all because the one in my town's gone now.
Mine's gone too.
Friendlies and Tucci's.
Would you rather, we'll end on this. Would you rather have the Bertucci's dough to play with or the pin game at Cracker Barrel?
I don't know if Cracker Barrel's a Boston thing.
Wait, you've never been to a Cracker Barrel? It's not like it's a highway thing.
I don't think I've ever been to a Cracker Barrel.
You've grown up. You played hockey all over the country. You traveled nonstop. You never went to a Cracker Barrel?
Think so.
If I had a Patreon, we'd go. But I don't.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if it's like there are any. You're right. I should. Maybe I.
There's got to be one near. I'm not saying it's definitely not in Boston.
I've heard the name like 1,000 times, and I'm always like, and I always cross my mind. I'm like, have I been there? Because it comes up a lot. I hear the word.
You would know. You know if you went to Cracker Barrel.
What do they have there?
Tom.
It's a restaurant?
It's a restaurant. They have like a front office situation with candy, old knickknacks and treats.
Yeah, so I don't know.
It's fun. It's fun. It's very subtly racist, but it's fun. Much like yourself.
We'd fit in well there. No, I'll check it out. We got a lot to do.
There's so much homework to be done.
We got a lot to do.
All right, folks. Tommy O'Regan. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks, everyone.